You're listening to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Imagine with a simple push of a button, you could be on your way to getting firm, sculpted abs and a sexy waistline with the Contour Core Sculpting System. It's the breakthrough technology that requires no machines, no getting on the floor, no stress, and no strain.
Contour.
The Contour is the real deal.
The secret is Contour's exclusive auto-active muscle toning technology, the digital breakthrough that automatically targets all your abdominal muscles, including your upper abs, lower abs, obliques, and even that stubborn lower belly. Thermographic testing proves Contour activates your entire core. The Contour Core Sculpting System comes with a one-size-fits-all Contour Core Belt, electronic controller with custom digital settings, batteries, and a 1-year warranty, plus an instructional guide and sensible eating plan. And it's all yours to try for 30 days for just $14.95. There's never been an easier, more effective way to get great-looking abs. So call and order right now.
Let me tell you some of the reasons people get into trouble with credit cards. A job loss or salary cut, an unexpected expense, a divorce. As founder of Consolidated Credit, I understand that credit card problems are not about overspending. It's about emergencies and unexpected situations. There's a lot of ways to get into trouble with debt. There's only one trusted way to get out. Consolidated Credit.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
1-800-445-1912.
Attention if you have diabetes.
Hello, I'm Alan Thicke. As the father of a child with diabetes, it's important that I keep up to date with the latest in treatments and technology. That's why I'm happy to tell you about a breakthrough in diabetes care through CCS Medical. You don't need to stick your fingers anymore. This new meter allows you to test on your arm, so it's virtually pain-free. Plus, it uses gold test strips. Real laser-etched gold in every strip provides the ideal testing surface for one of the most accurate readings possible. Best of all, CCS Medical can send you this meter at no cost. With CCS Medical, they deliver your diabetes supplies to your home. They work with Medicare or your insurance to process the paperwork. They even have nurses certified in diabetes available to answer questions. And for a limited time, CCS Medical will also send you a diabetes ID bracelet. All this from a company trusted and recommended by thousands of doctors around the country. Call CCS Medical today.
Car owners, does your vehicle have less than 120,000 miles on it? Is it less than 10 years old? Is your current auto warranty about to expire? Well, Cover America Auto Care has a very special offer just for you. With current economic conditions causing bankruptcies and a downturn in new car sales, Cover America Auto Care now offers inexpensive mechanical breakdown coverage direct to the public. You can save thousands of dollars on auto repairs. A toll-free line has been made available so car owners can call and get a free no-obligation quote. This auto protection is backed by an A-rated insurance carrier. Plus, you get a claims department that has an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. 24-hour emergency roadside assistance is also included. You will be amazed at how much you can save on future car repair bills. So call for your free, no-obligation quote now. Do not wait. Get covered today and rest easy tonight.
We're the Sports Journey Broadcast Network. The following is a special presentation of the Sports Journey Network. Sports Journey.
Welcome everyone, Sports Journey Broadcast Network special presentation brought to you tonight from Blue Horse Energy Drink live from Oro Pomodoro in Rockville, Maryland. It's the first ever Darrel Young show, fullback for the Washington Redskins. What's going on?
Thank you for having me. It's an honor. You know, just trying to
get an understanding of what's going on in the world. Have some fun.
Have some
Wednesday
fun.
night.
We're going to have a lot of fun on Wednesday nights here, every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Coming up a little bit later on, one half of the starting backfield for the Redskins, because Mr. Hightower a little nicked up right now.
Yep.
Ryan Torain, Sledgehammer, as I called him last year. He played great a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and he'll be here around 8 o'clock. So we have the starting backfield for the Washington Redskins here at Oro Pomodoro tonight. Yeah. So Diane Cheeseborough, who's sitting right here, obviously our editor here at Sports Journey, she brought something to my attention, and she was like, you have to ask Darrel this question. And I'm like, of course, I will. You've been kind of candid about the fine.
You must have heard LeVar and Chad do the show. Yeah, you know what? It's just I feel like it's taken away from the game. I was put in a situation where I did block my guy. I wasn't trying to hurt him. He did get up after the play. But at the end of the day, I got the hit stick award, for the big hit for the game from the coaches and stuff. But, I got a FedEx, that Friday. And every time you get a FedEx letter, that's not too good. So, it kind of bothered me because, the next week I had a chance to kill a guy in the Arizona game. And he made the tackle, So then I got yelled at when we went back to the film. But at the same time, $15,000 getting yelled at for 2 minutes, so.
Well, the problem I have with it is that they've changed so many rules, as far as special teams, and guys that have suffered from that. I mean, obviously the kickoff, they're kicking off 10 yards in, and that's, allowed for a little bit less of what you would want to see of Brandon Banks because guys are kicking the ball through the end zone. But as far as the defensive side of it, I thought that by doing that, it allowed guys a little bit more steam, to come down.
I mean, we had some energy behind that hit because we drove the ball down the field, So.
And you saw Niles Paul, who same thing. And when Niles came out on the show 2 weeks ago with Anthony Armstrong and myself, he's like, listen, I'm a former safety, in Nebraska. I wasn't always a wide receiver. Fullback. You weren't always a fullback, linebacker. Yeah. So you have bad intentions when you run down the field.
Yeah, I don't want to touch guys. It's football. You're supposed to be physical. I don't want to hurt anyone, but at the same time, it's football. That's why we have pads on, So.
You signed up for it. Yep. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. Now, obviously I had to start the show teasing you with that. I mean, obviously we don't want anyone to lose money, ever. That's what you do for a living.
Definitely.
This week. You know what's up. I mean, this is you went to Villanova. You know the Eagles and all the stuff that they were expected to do this year. They're 1-4. You go to our website, sportsjourney.com. I mean, a lot of our writers are writing about them. Lloyd Vance in Philadelphia, Matt Lombardo up in Philadelphia. They're me up there, I guess you can say. They see those guys, and they said they're in disarray. You have a chance to end it, Darrel.
You know what? The Eagles are a great team. They just haven't clicked yet.
Mm-hmm.
Look on paper, they probably have one of the best teams in the NFL, in terms of Pro Bowlers and guys who make plays each and every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a team who, needed OTAs and stuff like that, I guess, for the first quarter of the season. No one knows what's going to happen from here on out. They could change around. Michael Vick is going to be Michael Vick. You never know what you're going to get. He can run, he can throw. He, still had a great game passing. They just had turnovers, and that's how they lost the game. They were driving the ball up and down the field all game versus the Bills.
Well, you know what, though? I don't even think it's the offense with Philadelphia. I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Michael Vick had 300 last week, 400 the week before. I mean, he's as advertised. It's the defense. Yeah. You know that. I know you're going to sit up here and not come at them. I mean, but let's be upfront about it. Their defense stinks. I mean, from a run standpoint, they can't tackle anyone.
You know what? They are 30th in the league, but I wouldn't say they stink. I think it's just a lot of guys out of position right now.
That's a very astute comment. Not what I was looking for, but I mean, come on. Right now, we know all the guys that they went out in the free agency market and picked up. Jason Babin's doing exactly what he did in Tennessee. Yep. He gets after the quarterback. Yep. Trent Cole, he's out now, but he's a great pass rusher. But then they went out and got Cullen Jenkins to kind of be, I guess, more of a every down type guy.
Yep.
And he's played well. I think he's got some sacks under his belt. Yep. You look in the secondary, Rogers Cromartie, Nnamdi Asomugha, perhaps the greatest corner in the game outside of Darrell Revis.
Yep.
But this is the problem. The problem is all those guys excelled in pass defense. You just need to run the football on this team and you beat them.
That's true. I mean, they are definitely struggling right now. They have some linebackers who they're trying to convert, which is Casey Matthews, who, they're not sure what they want to do at the linebacker position, what it looks like on film, just because, Casey Matthews started off playing the middle. Now he's playing the outside, and then sometimes you see him play strong, So
he's a rookie too, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
he's learning the ropes.
You never know what you're going to get from him. I've seen him out of position a lot of times on, just in terms of run game stuff. So we're going to get after him. We're definitely going to get after him.
Well, I know you can't tell me what's going to go on as far as the, as far as just basically the game plan. Diane and myself weren't out of practice today. We'll be out there tomorrow. I know what Kyle's going to tell us already. I have the script down pat. He's going to say, they're going to expect us to run. We're going to have to mix it up. We can't turn the football over. We know that. Everyone in this building knows that. If you don't run the ball 30 times against the Eagles, something's wrong.
I would agree with that. I think you got to get after what their weakness is. They're 30th in the league, in terms of rush defense. So, anytime you got a team like that, they don't believe in themselves in terms of stopping the run right now. So we're going to get after them. Passing. Nambi Asamoah plays half the field. So.
I mean, and naturally you would think that he's probably going to be on Tanner.
Yep.
So look, this offense is not one-dimensional. In years past, you struggled at times where, just where you're going to run the football, where you're going to pass the football. And I think right now, this team is a team that can mix it up. Anthony Armstrong, he told me last night on the show that he expects to be back Sunday. He wasn't in practice yesterday, though.
You know what? But he did practice today. He was limited, but he did get out there and do some things. But I think, the difference between the receiving core last year and the previous years is, teams knew you were throwing to Chris Cooley and Santana. Now we got Dante Starworth, we got Jabbar Gaffney, we got Armstrong, we got T.A., who had a heck of a preseason and still, is waiting for his opportunity. And, Niles Paul and, Hankerson, who hasn't even suited up yet. We got a great receiving core. We still got Banks, too. People look at him as a punt returner, but he can still run routes. That's what he did at Kansas State, and, we'll see.
And he's perhaps the best in the business at doing it. It's a lot of opportunities for this team right now, and it does seem like the plot is thickened every week. Let's face it, you go into first game against the Giants, they were a little nicked up. You did what good teams do. You beat a team that's a little down. Second week against Arizona, you showed a lot of oomph, so to speak, as far as the adversity of going down in that game, and you came out with the W. St. Louis, you get the W there. The Dallas game is the only game on the schedule that most people will say you let one get away from you.
Yeah, we did. They opened the roof up on us. Doing warm-ups, it was closed, so the field got a little wet and stuff like that. So guys were slipping all over the place. They went in and changed their screws. That's the benefit of being a home team, So, look back at that game. Every time you look, somebody was falling on the ground, whether it be a running back, whether it be Rex, whether it be a Rackpo. So you look at it from that standpoint. I mean, we're gonna take that game and learn from it. We just we shot ourselves in the foot. So.
Well, look, let's do this. Let's do this because they're putting some speakers and stuff in front of us, and it's giving us some feedback. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more right here from Oro Pomodoro. We're gonna be here every Wednesday. Does that surprise you? Every Wednesday. A lot of people in Maryland, I'm from Montgomery County. It feels good to be back here from Florida and, just coming here, giving these people an opportunity to see Redskins come here. A lot of people don't see you up in these parts.
You know what? It's a great thing. And to get more people out, I'm willing to, give my game gloves away just to get people to come out, and give away game balls and stuff like that. So anytime, you got Redskins around, and not saying, we're better than anyone, but we want to give back some type of way. So, anybody that comes out and get a T-shirt, get a ball, something.
Get a picture, the whole nine. So we'll take a quick break. We'll get all this stuff squared away. Remember, coming up a little bit later on, Ryan Torain, he'll be in the building as well. So we'll be back, Sports Journey, with Darrel Young, myself, Lake Lewis, right here on the Sports Journey Broadcast Network. Hang tight.
Sitting here with Lake Lewis at Old Pomodoro in Rockville, Maryland. It's my first show, so we want to have some fun today.
That wasn't bad, man. That wasn't bad at all. That wasn't bad at all. Now you got a lot to live up to because Anthony Armstrong thinks that he's a pro. He always comes in and out as far as the breaks and all that good stuff. Brandon Banks wouldn't do it. He's telling me, no, don't do it. You got to go bring me back in. Terrence Austin, Terrence laid back.
Yeah, Terrence is cool.
Yeah. He said he's going to try to come out here.
Really?
Yeah, he said he wants to come out here and give you some support.
Yeah.
We need to get you out there on Monday nights with his show.
Definitely. Where's he at?
He's over. We're at, oh, my goodness, we're at the Bungalow in Springfield. So we've got this thing spread out this year, you know.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
You know.
A lot of fans from everywhere to come out and support us, and, you know, we give back to them.
I think a lot of people need to commend you because you really wanted this. You know, you really wanted to come out here. And a lot of people, once again, I go back to when I was younger, Montgomery County. It's a big-time Redskins base here.
You know, I'm starting to see that a little bit more. You know, yesterday I spent the day in the NFLPA office, you know, myself and Ryan Torain. We learned a lot, but, you know, just walking around there, you know, people are like, oh, my God, you know, you guys are Redskins players. You know, how come you guys don't ever come to D.C.? So, you know, I think, you know, it's good that we're being a little diverse in terms of location and stuff like that as opposed to just Ashburn and Leesburg.
Sure.
You know, stuff like that.
You know what? It makes it easier when you're winning.
Yeah,
because
that's
if you're
true.
losing, nobody wants to be around you.
That's very true.
When you're winning, everybody wants something to do with this team.
Very true.
So, you know, the way we always do the format is the first hour, we talk skins. You know, we talk about, you know, what I see out at practice with you guys, what I see at the games, Diane as well. And, you know, I think the first thing that with this team is you see the youth.
Yep.
And when everyone says, like, for instance, in the St. Louis game, you saw what was going on in the fourth quarter. You kind of let a team that was getting beat down get back in the game. A lot of people started saying, and I'm looking at my Twitter, and I think Jarman reached out to me, even in the press box. Everyone, it looked as if people were saying, same old Redskins.
You know what? We hear that a lot, but, you know, they're professionals too. You know, they got a lot of first-round picks, and, you know, they
great young quarterback.
Yeah, they have a great young quarterback. You know, a receiving core who just struggled in the first half, and I think they came along strong in the second half. They capitalized on the things that they didn't in the first half. You know, Steven Jackson never really got going.
Right.
But, you know, Sam Bradford
had something to do with
did.
the defense, though.
It did. You know, our defense played a heck of a game. You know, our coaches did a great job game planning and coming back from the Dallas game where, you know, we had not a lot of question marks, but teams were, you know, saying, like, you know, we can get after these guys. But I think we answered that well. And, you know, I think the Eagles are going to have a, you know, tough time trying to scheme about what we're doing because our outside backers are great. Our inside backers are great.
You know, and that is what you said is they're professionals too. I think it's been proven over the last 2 weeks that no lead is safe in the NFL. I mean, you've seen teams go up 20 and squander those leads. So they're professionals. I think that diminishes what you guys accomplished because same team went down there last year and had one, you know, an L hung on them.
Oh, man, that game, I don't even want to talk about that. That's all we talked about the week leading up to the, you know, the Rams game. We started their season that actually let them have a chance of making the playoffs, you know. The game came down to the Seattle game, I believe, with them, you know, to get into the playoffs, and they lost it. But, you know, I feel like that started it. And I feel like even with the Lions in 09 when, you know, the Redskins, you know, they broke their streak, you know, beating the Redskins.
Yep.
It is just a completely different team. And Megatron, you know, he's playing ridiculous right now.
That guy's he's incredible. And you know what? Speaking of teams jump-starting themselves on you, you don't want that to happen on Sunday with the Eagles because let's face it, 1-5 is almost a death knell, as opposed to 2-3, and 2-4, and a divisional win. You know, you give a team some life. If you beat the Eagles on Sunday, for all intents and purposes, they're done. And then you're going to start seeing the Andy Reid, you know, out of there. You're going to see all kinds of stuff. It's Philadelphia. You know that.
Well, you know what? They're already talking about getting rid of the defensive coordinator, you know, so you know, that's just adding to it. I think, you know, Andy Reid's been there a long time. He's done a great job in terms of what he's done with that program and stuff like that. So I expect him to rebound. I just don't expect him to rebound on us. So.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. I was going to say you can't let that happen on you.
No, not us. We want them to go into the bye week down on themselves and not believing. You know, we want to kind of pick up where other teams have left off with, you know, the Bills, the 49ers, and, you know, we want to leave them down, you know, have their team morale low, you know. So.
See, that's the key, too, a bye week. When you lose and you have disarray.
That's a long 2 weeks, man. That's a long 2 weeks.
It's something that they may not recover from.
Yeah, they may not. I mean, you seen what happened to us the last year. We lost to Detroit going to the bye. We came back and got beat by the Eagles 59-28 on Monday Night Football.
Total chaos.
Definitely.
Total chaos.
Definitely.
That seems like 5 years ago now, doesn't it?
Oh, man. It does, but I couldn't wait till this day. And I can't wait till Sunday when they call us out the tunnel and they say kickoff team up. That's what I want. I want to go kick off first. Set the tone.
And see, that's the thing. We know it's the Eagles. We know it's NFC East divisional foe. Forget the fact that they're down. Forget the fact of whatever's going on with that team. Forget what's going on with you guys at 3-1 and looking pretty good. How about this? It's a situation where you should remember exactly what they did to you. If there's any incentive, it's the fact that national TV, man, that was ugly.
That was real ugly. I think anytime you're a competitor, and if you have pride and you have respect for yourself, and you would definitely want to rebound from that. That's something that was embarrassing to us as a team, as men, and as a coaching staff, I believe. So they outcoached us, they outplayed us, they outworked us that night, and it showed in the score.
Today, obviously, like I said, I wasn't in practice today. We'll be out there tomorrow. But could you sense a different, focus?
You know what? That's been the main thing this season. I mean, I think the biggest thing coming into the season was teams couldn't talk about, McNabb and Haynesworth and all that stuff. All they could talk about is competition at different positions, and that's the best thing I think that the coach, the best situation the coaches could have put us in. And, this week, man, I mean, guys are just so focused. You got guys watching film. I mean, it's a complete different team. I think we are young, but the veterans who are here have done a great job in trying to develop us into the players that they are, or groom us into the players that they are today. And, you got guys like London Fletcher, Mike Sellers, who's, playing a backup role right now, but still being so, happy, so productive, on the scout team and giving a great look and, performing on special teams and stuff like that.
That's because of you, by the way.
You know what? I have the utmost respect for what he's went through, we talk about it every day, and I mean it's kind of the same situation with the Jets as John Connor and Tony Richardson. So I feel like Mike, it's priceless of what he's done. I mean it's not the countless amount of hours we spend on film. It's just the way he supported me, the way he's made me feel better as a person and as a man on the field, and to understand that it's a business too. But he wants to see me do so good, and I'm just happy that he's here with me today.
Well, and I'm glad to hear you say that too, because you kind of could say the same thing with Fred and Chris Cooley.
Yep.
But I think Chris and I think Mike, I mean, they're just happy they're winning.
Yeah, what, Mike? That's the first thing Mike said to me. He said, "You know what? If you're gonna be the starting fullback, you got to get me I want two things from you. I want to go to the Super Bowl." And I want to go to Pro Bowl with you when you go. And I said, hey, I can't. I'm gonna promise you those things. I'm gonna get there for you, But he said, I want a ring before I get out of here. I'm not talking about coaching either.
Well, first things first. To get to the Pro Bowl, you've been playing well when you were playing. Last 2 weeks you've been out with the hamstring. I mean, how are you feeling?
I feel great. You know what? I think I trusted the trainers and believing and understanding what they were telling me to do and rehab and stuff like that. I feel great. I think I'm back at 100% now. I don't think I know I'm at 100% now. So Philly, I got a lot.
This is the best time for you to come back.
I got a lot of frustration to get out right now, especially playing versus Philly and them not even giving me a workout. Being in Villanova and stuff like that. I got a lot of anger with them, and especially from last year. I was on the team and on the field.
On the field,
I scored my first touchdown last year, but it kind of was on the back burner because of the score.
It was bittersweet.
So. I'm kind of tunnel vision this week in terms of just winning. That's all I want to do. I want to perform. I want the team to perform well, and I want us to win at the end of the day.
Once again, if you look at everything that's every week, you look at the schedule, you look at teams, whatever the adversity they were going through, everything was set up for you guys to be successful. Yep. And good teams capitalize on those moments. Looking beyond this week, you're going to have a Carolina team with a rookie quarterback who's sensational, by the way.
Playing ridiculous.
Anybody has him on their fantasy team, they're putting up points with Cam Newton.
Putting up points. I tell you what, he's proving people wrong. Everyone said he couldn't throw in this league. I mean, Steve Smith looked good to me the other day, catching the ball. And, he's running well and doing everything he's done. I'm sure the work during the lockout has paid off, and being with the vets and getting time in with them.
Sure, but just looking ahead at the younger teams that you're going to play, you're going to have Carolina after Philadelphia. Then you have Buffalo in Canada, and we're looking forward to going to Toronto. That's going to be nice.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be nice. But think about it; those are games that maybe before the season started were yawners. I know as media, I'm not going to lie. I looked at the schedule. I'm like, man, I don't want to go to Carolina. Buffalo, but then the games in Canada, Cam Newton. I want to see those two games more than any other game.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be good.
But you have barometers that are in front of you. You have the Eagles, the team on paper, perhaps the most talented in the league, and then you're going to have two young teams that are just like you, upstart, programs out there. So I think the next 3 weeks are really going to dictate what's going to happen with this year's football team.
I mean, every week I think dictates it, but I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I understand, where you're coming from with that because those are teams you have to capitalize on. The Panthers. I don't even know their record, but I know that they're not, winning. But
no, I think
besides
they're
Cam
Newton,
one and
4.
Yeah, they're 1-4.
Competitive 1-4
yeah,
though.
They are competitive 1-4. But you look at a team like that, you have to win those games because those are the teams you have to worry about. You have to worry about the Rams. Teams like that who aren't winning, who are just hungry and eager to get a win. So. Anytime you get teams like that, you just got to keep them down. But you can't stoop down to their level, and that's what we've done in the past, and that's what I feel like. We started to do that in the St. Louis game. We said, okay, listen, we need to get back to the things that we've been doing to get this to a 17-0 score.
Yeah, yeah. Defense and running the football to me is, I don't care what team it is, you have to be able to do that. I mean, even the Patriots team. You look at the game last week against the Jets. Jarvis Ellis, I mean, what did he have? 130-something yards. So, I mean, they ran the football. You have to do that in the NFL. That's just the way it is because it means you're controlling the line of scrimmage.
That's true.
The Eagles, once again, one of the worst in the league. If Kyle, I'm telling you, I don't talk to him much, as far as blurting out stuff in the conferences and all that. I just sit back and observe. But I will call him out if you don't run the ball 30 times. I will go after Kyle.
I feel like we have a great game plan going in. I feel that way every week. But I think Kyle, you can see it in practice. He's so much more like, all right, listen, this is going to work. This is how it's going to be.
It's real.
Yeah. He's like, this is what's going to happen because I've been waiting for this game for so long that this is what we're doing. I'm telling you it's going to work, and if we believe in it, it's definitely going to work.
So it's safe to say you guys aren't going to try to get in a shootout with the Eagles.
No, we want to we want to run up the score. It's payback time. I don't want to be in a 17-16 game because we played 9 games last year that was decided by 3 or more points.
He's giving bulletin board material. Now, you do understand, your boy Philip Daniels last year on this show mentioned, just about Albert and how Albert needed to play for his teammates. The next thing you know is in the Washington Post the next day with our good friends over there. So, is that bulletin board material?
Hey, I just, I don't get involved with, last year. I'm trying not to get involved with last year because I'm in a different state of mind this year. I'm playing. I want to forget about the past.
You're starting. You're not playing.
We want to learn on it. Yeah. We want to learn from the past, but we don't want to dwell on it, So this game right here, we're going to dwell on and capitalize. But after that, we're going to go forward from here. We want to, get to 4-1 and, continue this season, and follow what Rex said in the beginning and backing up Tim Hightower said, before we went on the bye week.
So it has to make you feel good to know that if you were to beat that team, you can return to Philadelphia where you went to college of Villanova and walk with your head up.
Oh, I'm gonna walk with it up anyway. I got a lot of people I got a lot of friends texting me, saying that the Birds are gonna do this and that. And
yeah, I have family telling me.
All I could do is smile and just say, hey, the game is played on Sunday. I got one guy telling me it's Monday. I'm like, well, you obviously don't know the game. So
your team must already be in trouble.
Yeah, we're gonna pray for you. We're gonna pray for you.
Exactly, your team's already in big trouble. The stadium, though. I mean, I think you message to the fans. I'm sure is just come in there and get that place rocking because it's big times here, man. I mean, it's not the same. It really isn't, and I'm trying as a media person and then as a fan, I'm trying to keep everything subdued, but. Man, do you understand? If not as if you just beat the Eagles, if you beat them down.
That's what I think. I think people have been wanting to see that for a long time. I mean, like you said, going back to the Giants game. I mean, September 11th, I felt like the stadium was shaking.
Oh no, listen, like Diane and me were on the field, and it was. I mean, obviously with honoring 9/11 and the victims, that was awesome in itself. But it was something about that day with the crowd that was I've never heard the stadium like that.
Even going back to last season, the first game versus the Cowboys,
it was louder.
It was louder. But that was my first game active, running out the tunnel, seeing the smoke, and I'm like, wow. But now, like you said, the Giants game, I'm just like, I could, my feet were moving. I'm just like, this is great. I like this. I hope it's like this the rest of the season of my career here.
So you're looking forward to running out the tunnel again?
Yeah, that's my dream come true. Every home game so far, they've been calling the defense out the tunnel.
Yep.
I said I'm gonna get. I remember I was playing linebacker. I seen London Fletcher come out. I said I'm gonna come out that tunnel one time. And I ain't talking about the preseason either.
So well,
I have my chance this week.
Well, you might lose out this week. because I think they know that the defense is going to set the tone in that game, and that's going to be important.
You know what? Well, offense is going to. So it's going to too.
Yeah, you got to get that done. Folks, the Darrel Young Show with Washington Redskins starting fullback himself, Darrel Young, myself, Lake Lewis, right here on the Sports Journey Broadcast Network. I will be here at Oro Pomodoro every Wednesday from 7 to 9 with other Redskins guests coming out, other media like myself. Mr. Jarman Gann over to my left does a great weekend show with us. Miss Diane Cheesebro is our editor, photographer, does some great pictures. Have you seen, I was going to ask you a silly question. Have you seen Diane's pictures? And we also have Mr. Duck Martin over there in the corner who's part of the Sideline Haters as well. So you got a big compliment from Miss Diane as far as the pictures. She said, I got pictures of Darrel, and he was hamming it up. She said he looked really good in those pictures. She said, so you inspired her. You inspired her. You did. You inspired her.
I just thought I'd do a little Dougie before practice, get excited. You know, that's what we do. Got to have fun sometimes. You know, when the whistle blows, that's when, it gets serious. But before that, I'll dance a little bit, get excited for practice.
Well, check this out. Starting next week on all of our shows, not just your show, but on all of our shows, on Anthony's shows, on Terrence's show, we'll have game photos that we'll have here on the table. And, it is, inflation out there, folks. I mean, you can purchase the pictures, but they're our pictures. They're Sports Journey pictures. So they'll be, a little bit more unique, a little bit more spotlight on you in pregame. So we just need you to run over to Diane real quick a couple times on the field beforehand and
That's
just,
cool.
pose
That's
with
cool.
the ball. Speaking of footballs, we have a couple balls that we'll give to some lucky participants tonight when we, in the second hour, we try to make the show, open for the fans, open for fans if they want to ask questions, if they want to speak to you directly, whatever they want to do, we'll open it up for them, open the forum. First show, so may stun some people to see an actual Washington Redskin player in here. And earlier, some people came up, got their autographs, got the helmets, and then they rolled out.
Yeah, it's all good. Hope they're listening still, though.
Oh, yeah, well, they're listening on Sports Journey, that's for sure. In our chat box, which has become one of our staples from people around the country, they get in there every show, support us, so we definitely appreciate that. And they like to fire away and ask some questions. Any stuff going on in there right now? All right, so we'll get that. We got to get you the little computer up in front of you so you can see what some of the fans are asking you. And in the second hour when Ryan is here, we're going to talk about New York,
okay,
where your hometown, and how New York is
best place in America.
Yeah, man. Always talking about how the basketball mecca of the world, and no.
Hey, I'm just saying, I got 4 state rings. School got 6 in a row. Played some of the best. I beat LeBron James, so he is one of the best.
You play point guard, so that's why
Point guard.
I have a weak spot for you. That's what I was at Penn State. So I mean that's good. That's good. But like I always said, there's a reason why you playing in the NFL.
That's because I was too short.
See, it was always something. It was always something.
Too short,
couldn't
too
hit
wide.
couldn't hit the bank shot. That's what that was.
No, I'm a straight switch guy.
Have you heard of West Lions?
I know West Lions.
Yeah, man. He went out with
West
us over
Virginia.
the summer. Yeah, 6'8".
Oof.
Wide
He's with
receiver
the,
for the
Steelers
Steelers.
now.
Well, but I'm like, he's talking about how good he was. I'm like, come on, man. You 6'8"
Well,
playing.
he did play at West Virginia. Didn't
Doesn't matter. You 6'8" playing in the NFL.
That's true.
That meant that you couldn't shoot.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
That's scary though. 6'8" wide receiver.
Yeah, that's
a lot of target.
On the Pittsburgh game, I'm just like, this dude is tall. Then they said who he was. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, West Virginia. I know you're talking about.
Nah, he's a good dude. That's Selvish's guy.
Okay.
Selvish Capers.
Big Shirley. Big Shirley.
We're gonna have to get him in there. Yeah. Why you call him Big Shirley? That's
Everybody's
messed
got
up,
a
man.
female name, but we were just on our way to practice one day, and he was in the car clowning, and one guy said, "Man, you look like Big Shirley."
From West Hampton?
From Martin. No, from Martin. You never seen her face.
Yeah, well, it was good. We were doing Anthony's show, and Monica, told me that he had just texted her and said that he got picked up by the Giants.
Yep. Him and Justin Torain, another former Redskins guy.
Absolutely. So it's good to see guys get back on their feet. Because, I mean, this lockout was it hurt a lot of guys. It really did. I mean, Philip Daniels, is out. And I know Philip is one of the elder statesmen in the league, and maybe that has something to do with it. But Chris Wilson, still out there. And so we want to wish a lot of those guys who done a lot of stuff with us here at Sports Journey. I want to wish them well. And I talk to them all the time, but, for the sake of radio, we still want to wish you well. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll change the topic a little bit, make it a little bit more fun.
Okay.
Give away some of these footballs out there. So right now, first ever Darrel Young Show here from Oral Pomodoro in Rockville, Maryland. We'll be here every Wednesday, once again from 7 to 9 p.m. with himself, myself, and several of his teammates. So we'll be right back, folks. Hang tight. Serving Maryland, Virginia, and D.C., Patriot Mortgage Corporation offers excellent mortgage loans to homeowners and home buyers. With interest rates at historic lows, they're proud to provide some of the lowest mortgage rates available. Patriot Mortgage Corporation specializes in mortgage refinancing, purchase financing, as well as home loan programs. Give them a call, 301-598-9000, or you can visit them on the web, www.patriotmtgcorp.com.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set, because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The Deep Cleansing Wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95, and your shipping is free. Plus, get the Deep Cleansing Wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast, and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Are you stressed over credit cards and other debts? Maybe through no fault of your own? Imagine how it would feel to have that weight lifted right off your shoulders. Well, here's some good news from America's trusted name in debt relief. Care One providers have already helped over 4.5 million people in debt, and we can help you today. Just call this toll-free number to speak with a friendly representative, and in just minutes, you'll get your free debt relief analysis.
Regardless of your situation, Care One has an option for you.
We are there to help, and we do that in a way that's empathetic and supportive without judging their financial situation.
The credit card companies, I feel, are trying to keep you in debt and trying to keep it so you owe them money forever. And Care One is a good way to get you out of that and get you out of it fast.
A big burden was lifted off of my shoulders.
Care One threw me a lifeline. Call Care One. They will help you.
Get debt relief from a company you can trust. Just call the toll-free number today.
If you're disabled and unable to work, pay attention to the following message.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be entitled to disability benefits through Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right if you suffer from a physical or mental disability. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. To get started, call the number on your screen now. And keep in mind, there are a vast number of conditions that make you eligible for disability benefits, and dozens of additions that you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Call 1-800-735-0219. Call now.
Welcome back to the Darrel Young Show. Sitting here with Lake Lewis at Oral Pomodoro Restaurant in Rockville, Maryland. You know, trying to have some fun today. That's all. Trying to switch it up from practice all the time. That's all.
He's not bad, man. For a show, you're bringing us in. That's good. Now you gotta go out and do all that stuff. So, yeah, you know what we always try to do for every show is everybody has their own, their own niche, their own thing that they do. And you've been on Anthony's show with me, and you helped us with the Survivor. That's kind of taken off for him, so he likes that. Terrence totally different cat. You know, he's L.A. Well, let me rephrase that. He's Long Beach. He always says LBC all day. So more of a laid-back type show. So, you know, what do fans expect of Darrel Young? What's this show going to be like?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to switch it up. You know, I got to think of something for next time. But you know, I'm gonna have a little fun today. But I got to think of something. You know, something different. You know.
You're New York though, so
I'm from New York. I got a different type of swag.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put you on the spot now. We're gonna have some fun with you. Who was your team growing up? It's okay. I mean, it's okay.
You know what? I was a Giants fan.
I figured. I figured that.
Boo. Being from New York, no,
I can't do that because we have business with the Giants with Sports Journey. Victor Cruz, what's up, my friend? So I can't do that. But you know, that's where I wouldn't expect for you to say anything less. Yeah. And a matter of fact, I have a problem with people who are born and raised in a particular area and they root for somebody else. Yeah. That's just bad.
You know what? I used to love them, but after playing against them, I can't stand them. You know, they that, and then you know, something personal. You know, I went up there and worked out, and I just forgot how different New York people can be sometimes. You know, being away from there for so long.
Yeah, they can be different.
Oh man,
I gotta tell you, I was doing a show in South Jersey last year. Matter of fact, with Victor Cruz, and I had 2 Jets come out, Kyle Wilson and Vladimir DeCoste, and you played against Vlad.
UMass,
yeah.
Couple times.
And there were fans there that were like, why do you have a Washington media person up here? And I'm like, wait, time out. It's a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But there are people that take it that extreme.
I know.
And then you play for a divisional team. That looks good, man.
That looks good. That's what I was saying.
You play for a divisional rival now, so yeah. When you go home, you get it, don't you?
No, I don't. You know, I get a lot of grief, you know, or I hear a lot of people just talking about, you know, how could you wear that Redskins thing? Well, I said, you know, as long as I'm playing there on Sunday, man, I don't care
that's what this paycheck is. If you were getting paid too, you'd wear it as well.
So, you know, you got a lot of Redskins fans, believe it or not, up in New York. You'd be surprised how many there are.
Okay.
You know, okay. But, like I said, people give me a lot of, I don't even know the right word to say, but they give me a lot of crap.
Well, I know. It's something we can't say.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, though. You beat them first game. So that's probably why there's a little bit of bitterness. And I'm sure there was a lot of excuses because I kept hearing from people up there. You know, our folks at Sports Journey up in New York, they were saying to me, well, we were injured. You know, listen, it's
Everyone's
the NFL,
injured.
man.
Everyone's hurt.
Yeah, it's the NFL. You know,
hurt.
Ryan Torain will be here shortly. You know, he was nicked up at that point. I mean, you've been nicked up sometime this season. Anthony's been nicked up. Come on now.
Yeah, that's the truth. You know, we're all starters, so you can't say because their starters are out. You know, I mean, at the same time we had, you know, some injuries at that point too, like you said. And even, you know, we could dress all 53 players. That's the best thing about the Redskins this year. We have 53 guys.
There's not
play.
A weak link on that football team.
One weak link.
And I truly believe that. You know, the one thing that I've seen that's really surprising to me is that sometimes you think with young guys, you know, there's a little bit more egos involved because you're really competing against each other to get on the field. Look at you know, the backfield. You know, you, Mike Sellers, Ryan and Tim and Roy. I've actually seen guys bond closer together. So it's almost not just a 3-headed monster as far as the running back spot or a 2-headed monster from the fullback spot, but it's almost like one head.
You know what? I think Coach Shanahan did a great job in terms of preparing us for the situation that we're in today. We said from day one, you know, regardless of what happens, you have to respect the decisions that they make. You know, and it's like we can't control anything but we do when we're on the sideline. We're in the field, you know, hey, all praise to you. You know, we want you to succeed. We don't want to see anyone. You know, that's just how we weren't brought up like that. And you can tell that everyone in that backfield now has been raised a certain way. And it's been that's not necessarily the best way, but the way to be successful in life. So, you know, it just you look at that situation. You know, like you said, Tim and Ryan came in the same year. You know, then you got a guy like Roy Halou who's just coming in, but is playing. You know, probably has more snaps than both of them put together right now. You know, so. Yeah, you look at that situation, you know, we got –
that kid is nice, man.
Yeah, he's nice, man. I can honestly say that kid has balance like I've never seen in my life. He could put a hand on the ground and run for 5 more yards.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that, you know, a long time. You know,
I've seen some cuts. I mean, the thing about him, you know, I mean, I'm not going to get ahead of myself and compare him to this guy who just recently got in the Hall of Fame, but the cuts as far as the moves going forward, he reminds me of Marshall Faulk with that.
I can see that. You know, just being so comfortable in terms of the decision he's going to make before he actually does it. You know, you can't coach that. I mean, you can coach pass pro, you can coach, you know, who to look at from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
You can't coach it the way a player reacts. And I think he does a great job with that.
I'm impressed. Now, something we always ask on here, and I asked you the same question on Anthony's show, and of course you said him because you were sitting next to him. Now that you have your own gig here, I need to know this, and fans really need to know this. Okay. Jarman and myself, we were told by Mr. Terrence Austin that Anthony Armstrong had a rolling 40 time of 3.86.
He did.
Come on.
He did.
Are you serious? I don't believe it. I told Terrence I don't believe him. I told Anthony I don't believe him.
We didn't believe it either. Coach gave the stopwatch to London Fletcher. He said, "You time."
That's what he told me. That's what I don't believe him. I still don't believe him. I need to see it at practice because
practice.
That's a blur, man. 3.86.
Oh, I know. I was next to him, but I was about 5 yards away. And I said, "Well, listen, I'm gonna go let him make the distractions. I'm gonna fall off and make this play." You know, but yeah, you can't coach what he's doing on kickoff and what he brings to this team. It's no one can replace that. You know, we definitely have missed him in the St. Louis game. Even though we had guys playing well and guys performing and, you know, answering when their number was called, Armstrong still brings something different to the table. Just like
it's
each
a whole
and every
nother type of speed.
Just like each and every player we have, like. You know, Chris Cooley played fullback, but he might not be able to do something I could do, but I can't do something that he can do. And that's the best thing. And you can't, you know, Dallas didn't have a game plan for Chris Cooley because they were game planning for me, you know. So at the same time, you look at that, and then you look at Chris Cooley, he did a great job filling in. And I was kind of nervous coming back, like, hey, he might have my fullback job, you know. But it's just, you know, going back to.
That's what he was for a while, was an H-back.
Hey, I know.
Long time,
he gave me a big hug yesterday and said, my shoulders hurt. You can have this back. I said, it's only been 2 weeks, Cooley, plus you got a bye week. But
that's what you want.
That's the difference between this team this year, though. I mean, you know, you look at a guy like that, like you said, in the situation that he's in with Fred Davis. He takes Fred everywhere. You know, he's with Fred all the time, whether it's in the locker room, whether it's in the training room, whether it's in the meeting room, off the field. They go to dinner together. You know, they do things as a tight end core. There's three of them. And Logan, you see them. I think they're closer than any other position on this team right now. And it's surprising just because of the competition. You know, Chris Cooley is and has been the face of the Washington Redskins for a long time.
He has been.
And, you know, Fred Davis is, you know, coming out. And I think, you know, I'm not sure if this is a contract year for him, but that guy, he's going to be successful in this league, and he already has been this season so far. So
guys are being put in the right positions. I actually, you know, I even told Anthony yesterday, I think that the guy that suffered the most with Anthony being out has been Fred Davis. Because when Anthony, with that great speed, is stretching the field, Fred has been eating people alive over the middle and underneath. Well, teams have kind of taken that away from him a little bit with Anthony being out. So, you know, once again, everybody talks about the Eagles and all this adversity. You'll be back. I mean, people, I think, have really underestimated the fact that your team has played without 3 or 4 starters the last 2 weeks. You get Phil Buchanan back, who basically is a starting corner, you know, as a third corner. So, man.
it's gonna be fun. Like you said, just to throw a name out there, Dante Stallworth. He's gonna have some. I'm telling you right now. Mark my words. This week is gonna be a big week for him.
Okay. All right.
I'm telling you right now.
You know, I've been impressed with Dante because let's face it, Darrell. He's a guy that's, you know, had some success in the NFL. He's a guy that has blazing speed. You know, to come here, and I think it's safe to say that Mike Shanahan brought in a guy like that to see if Anthony, to see if you know, TA, see if those guys were ready for prime time, and they proved they were. But Dante also said, I'm still ready for prime time, so you couldn't get rid of him. You have to play all these guys. Naturally, I think the guy that benefits the most from all this, believe it or not, is a guy that doesn't even suit up, and that's Hank. I think Leonard Hankerson benefits seeing all these guys in front of him so that when it's his time. So you guys are going to be in a retooling situation, you know, where you just keep coming in waves.
It's gonna be. I'm telling you, we got a lot of exciting things. People look at the roster and say, "How could you have 8 receivers on the roster?" Every one of them can play. You know, you have Jabbar and Santana, who are your 2 starting receivers. Everyone after that plays special teams, and that's the key to the NFL. A lot of guys know, you know Santana and Jabbar, but you don't understand that everyone has a role on special teams. Even Santana, he's onside kick team, he's there. Hands team, he's there. Jabbar hands team, he's there. So everyone has a role, and it's just how much of a role that you have. How much. I don't even know how to say that.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
It's a different type of team. I'm excited about what Coach Shanahan is doing for this team and to this team and with this team.
Well, one thing that I noticed, I'm very observant, is that I look around and I see you have two fans over here that are they're into the show, and we truly appreciate that, by the way. So, if you guys, let me rephrase that, not guys, if you gals, if you ladies don't mind, once Ryan Torain gets here, we'll have him sign the ball, and all of us have signed it, and we'll give you 2 footballs over there. Okay? All right, so. That's cool, that's support, man.
Support.
But you got to come back next week, though. All right, so that's what we want. You got to come back. Once again, to have some fun here. I kind of alluded to it earlier, and I strayed. That was my fault. It was bad reporting, bad journalism. But I need to know from you, unequivocally, because I talked to Terrence Austin on Monday, and he said unequivocally, and I know some Redskins fans may not want to hear this, but he said his childhood close friend, his boy, Deshaun Jackson, by far was the fastest guy in the NFL. Isn't that what he told us? That's what he said. I said faster than Anthony. He said, now, Anthony has something. He said, but from 1 to 40, no, he doesn't have.
Nah, Deshaun 1 to 40, he ain't got him. Nah.
He said from 60?
60, we got a race.
That's what he said. He said, I think about it.
We got a race.
He said, but Anthony's one of those guys, once he gets going, it's incredible speed.
You know what? He is, but another guy you got to throw out there, too, is, what's his name, Mike Wallace from the Steelers, the receiver.
I said Mike Wallace. I also said, Jacoby Ford, for the Raiders, and he said no, Deshaun.
Deshaun is quick and fast. I mean, you look at his punt return, he takes a step to hesitate, and he's gone. If you stop your feet, you in trouble. You better run through him. If you hit him, you're going to hit him. But you got to get to him.
And that's what you plan on doing, though.
I'm just – after watching the Rams game, I think he's gonna fair catch a couple, because.
Well, I mean, you have you coming down, you have Mike coming down, you have one man gang coming down. I mean, and now the new guy that's putting his name in the hat is Niles Paul. And he's getting fined too, man. I didn't think. Let me ask you: did you think that those were finable hits?
You know what, Perry Riley's was ridiculous because his helmet was actually under the dude's shoulder pads.
It was.
That was ridiculous. I think they just threw that out for sympathy.
He should have fair caught the ball, man. That's the problem.
He sent a tweet to Niles Paul and said that was my fault. The NFL should not be fining you, even though he can't do anything about that. It was kind of.
He can do something. He can pay that fine.
It was kind of.
You can pay for it.
It was kind of good to know that he understood that he put himself in that predicament. And
yeah.
I mean, after getting hit by 270 pounds the first time, I would have fair caught the ball.
I thought after the first hit, he was probably not there.
I don't know.
He
what
probably
he
thought he was Barry Sanders in his own mind, so he just thought I can run the ball when I get it.
It got to the point where we were just having
teeing off on it. Dude.
I mean, teeing off ain't the word. I mean, that dude, I'm surprised. I mean, after the last hit, he just laid there on film. I mean, we just sat there and just like, oh my, is this dude serious?
Yeah, but you know what? Even the last hit with Niles, the one that drew the 15-yard penalty, you could see Niles was putting his head to the side. Not down, but to the side.
You know what? I think he was caught in a position where the guy was standing straight up and he launched at him. The guy dropped down to catch the ball, which any punt returner would do. Mm-hmm. And he didn't put himself in a situation, but the returner put him in a situation where he can only hit him with his head, but he didn't lead with that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like when he dropped down, that's when it was helmet to helmet. And you can't do anything about that. I don't care what you're doing. You don't want to.
You snooze, you lose.
Yeah, you see a guy stand up. I'm not running at your legs. I don't care what you tell me. Nah, I don't care what you say. I mean, the game, it's about hitting. That's what people come to see. And we left it out there on special teams. I'm telling you right now, I think we set the tone for punt.
I think that was an eye-opener. Listen, Deshaun Jackson's a Pro Bowl player, one of the most exciting players in the league, if not the most exciting player. Without question, he's seeing the same film.
Oh, he's seeing it. He's seeing it.
And
There's nothing from last week, so he's seeing that film.
So you actually want them to get the ball first.
I love kickoff. I mean, being defensive minded, I love going down the field and setting the tone. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to go down the field and score, but why not get a turnover right there on kickoff and then get the ball at the 5-yard line, punch it in and line back up for kickoff?
So you know what you sound like? You sound like a fullback now. Somebody that seeks contact.
I love it. It's the best part of the
that's
game.
a crap that you listen.
It's the best
I've
part
said
of the
outside of quarterback in the NFL, that is the position that you get beat up the most. You got to have a little bit. I mean, I know you smart, astute young man, but you got to be a little crazy, Darrel, to be doing that.
You know what? It's just it's a mindset. This is what I want to do. And I'm the nicest guy in the world. We cross that line, I hit a click on the helmet. It's a different ball game. I mean, I love the game of football. I love everything that it's changed into. Besides the kickoff from the 35 and the fines and all that, actually suiting up to play on Sundays and say that I have a game today, that's the best feeling in the world. And running out of the tunnel to see everyone cheering for you. I even like going to away games when they boo, just because that just excites me. I love it.
Well, boos are cheers. That's how I always say.
The best thing was we went to St. Louis. I think we had more Redskins fans than Rams fans.
Yeah, I didn't go to the Dallas game or the St. Louis game dining myself, but we'll be in Carolina. We'll be there going forward.
Well, you got to remember the Redskins were only around for a long time. Carolina just came around, so I think there might be more Redskins fans than
I have family that wants me to stay down there with them, so for the weekend in Charlotte. So I mean that's going to be a nice trip. It's going to be cheap. I know that. I don't have to worry about the hotel.
That's true.
But no, I mean, my father, who's born and raised in Carolina, lives there now, retired there. He's a Cowboys fan. That's a whole nother story. But he did tell me this. He said growing up, you either were a Cowboys fan or a Redskins fan.
That's true.
And I have diehard family members who watch all my shows. They're probably in there watching us right now, who are diehard Redskins fans. So, yeah, it's going to probably be like 60-40 Carolina, but 40% Redskins fans are loud.
I'll probably have about half the stadium. My family's from down there. So my grandmother had 13 kids, and all of them had 5 or more.
So you got to pay for them tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to pay for some tickets.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing. That's a whole nother story. I won't even get into that just yet.
That's a whole nother. That's for next week. We'll talk about that next week. What happened?
That's just ridiculous, man. That's just unbelievable.
I think I got about 60 people coming to the game.
Are you serious?
Yep. My dad's from Winston-Salem, so they are in Charlotte too.
My cousin went to Winston-Salem State.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's okay. So they're country.
Yeah. My daddy country as it gets.
That's my father. Country as it gets, man. But it's good food down there.
Oh man, collard greens. I love them.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm Southern-minded. I'm from New York. My parents they put the South in me.
So yeah, we're gonna have to give you something because that's what we did. Anthony Armstrong, Selvis, they came up to the house and. Yeah, we had it laid out, man. Yeah, so that's what we have
collard
to do.
Collard greens, candy yams, I love it. I love it.
You got to have like a pregame meal.
I eat 2 pieces of grilled chicken and spaghetti. I need the carbs. Same thing every week.
But it's superstitious now, right?
Now it is.
Yeah, I figured. Everybody has one.
I don't change my routine. I wear the same game socks. I don't. That's how I am. I wear the same cleats for practice and the game throughout the whole season. I don't change them.
They're washed though. The socks are washed though.
You know what? They are. They are. But I got to make sure they still got the same holes in them that they had the last week.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I don't like change.
See, I can appreciate that because in college I did have a little bit of there's your boy Ryan Torain in the building.
Mr. Torain, welcome.
Mr. Torain. We'll take a break and get him scheduled to show up on the set. The people in the chat box, they're waiting now too. So, what's up?
It's a pleasure.
I'm good, man.
I'm
good.
It's a pleasure. That's my roommate, by the way. So, throw that out there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Last year, were you roommates last year?
Yep.
I didn't know that. So yeah, there we go, Ryan. You're on with us, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me.
Welcome back to the program. You came out a couple times last year. We had a good time.
Yeah, that was definitely a good time. I'm just happy to be back.
Well, you're back. I mean, more ways than one.
Torain is the man.
A lot of people saying, Lake, man, what happened to your boy, man? I'm like, nothing. I said, listen, he get himself squared away, get himself healthy. But he's not going anywhere. And I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I told people, man, you always run tough. That's you. We know that. That's why I call you the sledgehammer. But you had a little anger in them runs in St. Louis. It was kind of like, did you forget about me?
The coaches gave me an opportunity. I want to go out there and punish the other team. I definitely wanted to leave a mark, make a mark, and, stay out there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just – listen, come on. I need you to be up front with me on this.
What's going on?
They go out and bring Tim in and, physical runner. Different styles, though. Were you concerned at all when they did that, or was it just it's a sign of – you played for Shanahan before even here in Denver, so you know that he stockpiles those running backs. But were you surprised by that move?
No, I wasn't surprised. The coaches are always looking to get better, and if they were looking to have another running back come in, that means I need to better myself.
Okay.
So, it just made me work a lot harder, and it made me think a lot more, and I just had to be focused and go out there and make plays.
You showed in the St. Louis game a little bit more speed than I saw last year. So, I wasn't saying you're slow,
right.
but you did show a little bit more burst. Is just legs fresh, or you just were amped up, ready to go?
That definitely legs being fresh, but, I did a lot of work in the off season with a couple of trainers to help my hips get a lot looser, and I did a lot of speed work. Just to, like I said, last year I wasn't doing that well.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to do better this year.
No, you did well last year. You did well last year. This is the thing, though, with Tim being nicked up, you might get the bulk of the load. You and Roy, of course. Do you look at this as a chance to kind of just get the job and let everybody know it's yours, permanent? That's just the way it is.
Most definitely take advantage of opportunities.
Okay.
I get put back in that position. I want to excel and, just keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
Keep having big runs.
That cures all.
Yeah, you get wins, why stop what's working. So I'm enjoying it, and I gotta keep working. And, Tim is going to be able to help us out when he gets healthy, and Halu is doing his thing as well.
What you laughing for, man?
I'm just happy. I just have the utmost respect for Ryan Torain, man. His story is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Anytime you get drafted, start the season off hurt, end the season off hurt your first year, miss the whole 2009 season, come back in 2010, start off on the practice squad, end up the leading rusher. Potentially could have been a Pro Bowler last year if you look at how many games he missed.
Yeah, if he had a couple more games under his belt.
How many games he missed and finished with 732.
Yeah.
And look at what he's done, coming back and getting hurt in camp. And then again excelling when his number is called. So it's just the level of respect I have for him. I just smile when I.
My dog. He's looking out for me.
You know what I like about Ryan is that he the fans here look at him and he's like soft spoken and quiet. I know you're silly, so I'm not gonna even go there. But then you get on the field and it's like, who is this? It's just a whole nother person out there.
Man, you put that helmet on, you pin your ears back. It's time to play. Time to play ball. It's a different mindset. These grown men out here coming downhill.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get ugly inside that helmet. So you gotta be ready to play.
You got to get ugly this week. I was telling DY that, look, if you don't run the ball 30 times this week, I'm gonna be personally mad at Kyle.
Oh man, yeah. No, this is a big opportunity for us in our offensive line to just go ahead and work on our talents and work on our skills and just go out there and make big plays, big runs, and then set up for the play action. You get the receivers involved. Santana, the man, always making plays. Been doing it for a long time. And then we got DY back. So we're excited.
Yeah, you guys got this little personal thing going on. I see it. You know who doesn't get talked about? And with Don and myself out there, just you see you guys, you see the skill set just everywhere. It's all over the field, even on the defensive side of the ball. Nobody's talking about the offensive line this year, and that to me has been the focal point on just allowing you guys to do what you do. Rex having time to get some nice passes off. Those guys have been cohesive this year, and I think they play very well.
Most definitely. It starts with the offensive line, and it finishes with the offensive line. Those guys don't get a break. They're playing all game. They're not rotating like the backs and the receivers. You know what I'm saying? So, they're in great shape, and we definitely molded a lot better this year. And they're able to open holes for us, and we're taking advantage of the teams.
Do you see the zone blocking? Do you really see it in effect this year more than last year?
Oh, we definitely had a great zone blocking scheme last year, but I just feel like getting a year under our belt, we're gelling a lot more.
So it's just youth. That's the thing. I think for most fans that are excited about the run you guys have right now, and hopefully this run continues, is that it's young players. It's not guys, in their 30s. And I know, Tana and Chris and those guys, London, have been there. But the bulk of this team, you guys from over 2 years have gone from one of the oldest teams in the NFL to now one of the youngest teams in the NFL. And you two are two of the staples. So, you got to feel good right now. It's a big difference from this time last year, that's for sure.
Yeah. Coach Shanahan came in here and gave us a lot of opportunity, He likes guys that are out there hungry. Like our running back, Bobby T. He always says, don't get fat, don't get comfortable. There's always a guy ready to take your spot.
Don't get that cake then right there.
No, I ain't talking about fat.
I know. But see, that's where the competitiveness comes in. I was asking Darrel before you came in. A lot of young guys you would expect for them to get, I don't know, maybe the egos and – I appreciate what you just said about Tim coming in. You looked at it as a way for you to get better, to show your place on this team. A lot of younger guys may not have done that. It may have been like, well, I did this last year. Why would you go out and do that? I know I was talking with Anthony, and he said that when they went out and got Dante and got Jabbar, he said part of him felt slighted. And I said, no, you don't understand. Your game is going to open up even more because of that. Yeah. First game he gets a touchdown. He came back and said, yeah, you were right.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand where you're coming from when, they're bringing in a whole group of guys in that same position where guys did well. But like you said, we're all competition and we're all pushing one another to be better as a whole. And, we're just excelling and having a good time doing it.
Well, come on now, it's your show, man. Were you surprised when you found out your boy had a show coming up?
Nah, not really. Just because he's very
a showman.
He's a good people person. He knows how to carry a conversation, and I learned a lot from DY. That's why I try to stick close to him. But definitely, I wasn't surprised. I seen with Anthony Armstrong and Brandon Banks last year. I knew DY would fit well in this look.
Okay. We talked to you, and he's like, well, I'll come out. Let me ask you guys, as roommates, and you're starting backfield for the Redskins, and they're in the building right here, folks, Oral Pomodoro. When we go to break, yes, you can come up. You can get some autographs. You can get some pictures. Just let us get the break first. As far as the competitiveness, do you guys go at it?
Oh, most definitely. He thinks he can outrun me.
Yeah. He said he thinks.
He
pretty
thinks
close,
he can outrun me. He's definitely running a 4.5. I ran a 4.5 as well, but we haven't raced yet. We might have to put his money up. But
who's faster, D? Seriously.
I don't know. I ain't got no hamstrings right now, so I ain't gonna even fight. I ain't gonna even argue with him.
You got him enough to be out on the field.
That's it. Hey, that's all that matters. We'll race in 10 years.
Yeah.
Who's better in basketball?
Man, you know what? DY's got 4 rings out of high school. 4
state rings.
Out of high school.
You keep saying
New York that is,
mess,
too.
Man.
The best state, New York that is.
New York, I'm coming from Kansas where it originated, though.
See, I like that. That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
I'm not putting myself under the table at all.
James Naismith.
we play basketball,
This guy's always telling me that New York's the mecca of basketball. Do you really know where the mecca of basketball is? Seriously.
Me. Hey, it originated in Kansas.
No, man, that's not what I'm talking about. The mecca of basketball is
say Maryland.
Right here in the Washington metropolitan area. I'm serious. You look around. Come on now. Kevin Durant, Michael Beasley, Carmelo Anthony.
New York.
Well, come on, he's born in New York. He played in Baltimore.
I'm just saying, he's from New York. Got the New York swag.
Oh, we said Kevin Durant. You had
Kevin Durant,
Nolan Smith at Duke, who was formerly there. Come on, man.
Hey, I'm just saying, man, we got the best high school basketball.
Like I told you have point guards that can dribble and can shoot. That's what I know New York for.
We make a living for N1, Hey,
that's
I'm just
true.
saying.
I can't knock them as long as you're getting paid. I have no problems with that.
That's the truth.
Who's better? You guys play video games, man?
Yeah,
Madden or something?
Yeah, we on NBA 2K.
I got that.
That's my game right there.
Yeah.
He's better.
All right, you know what?
Yeah, he's better.
2 out of 3, he's gonna win. You know.
What do you play? What do you play well?
Well, you know, I'm not much of a video game type of guy. I kind of chill out with a movie, but you know, I definitely get on the sticks every now and then. But you know, it's fun trying to go up against DY. He's a game freak. I'll let you know that right now.
Okay, all right. Well, see, I'm trying to put together a little online league, man.
We could do something.
We got to do that because a lot of guys run their mouth, and Brandon.
Oh, hey, man,
Brandon always talking about he's the best.
Man, he come back in the locker room every day and say somebody cheated, so I don't even want to hear nothing about him. He can't win. He cutting checks. He can't win, man. That ain't even no competition. If you want to get paid, go play banks, man.
I was at his house last year. He was playing Madden, and I didn't like the game. I liked this year's Madden. I didn't like last year's Madden. And he's like, what? Look at this. He said, this game's great. He said, there's only one problem with the game. I said, what? He said, man, they didn't give me any speed on the game.
He got a 99
He's got 99 on there, though.
So you ain't catching him this year.
Wow. 99, so he's got blazing speed. Look, folks, Oro Pomodoro, we're here. Darrel Young Show. His teammate Ryan Torain graciously came out tonight, and fans are out here. I think you guys really need to give it up for these guys because let me tell you, coming from Loudoun County, this is no joke.
That's a hike, especially going rush hour traffic. It's a hike.
Yeah. This is no joke, and these guys, left at 5. That's why you didn't even see me today. I was like, nope, I'm coming right here. Was the traffic that bad? Seriously?
It took me about an hour and a half for a 35-minute drive.
Yeah, that's
about right.
It wasn't too bad for me. You know, I kind of caught the tail end of it. You know,
okay.
So
You guys will fly back home. It won't be that bad.
No.
It's a different way of life up here, though. I mean, this is my old stomping ground. This is where I was born, man. Montgomery County. I'm from here.
Okay.
It looks different though from when I was here. I mean, none of this stuff was here. This is great. What do you think of the venue though?
It's a great setup. Yeah. I've never been up here, but
first class.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, candlelight.
There's the owner right there. Biagio did a great job. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a nice look. It's going to be a nice look. You got to, the problem is, let me tell you, I always say you raise the bar. You brought out the starting tailback for the team. I mean,
he's the man.
Yeah, you can't. What do you? I mean, how do you beat that out?
I can just count on if I ask him to be there. He just, I feel like he's a brother to me more than football, more than the football side. I have a lot of respect for him as a man. But I respect more what he's doing on the field. I'm just happy to see he's playing again. I like Tim. I like Roy. Don't get me wrong, but being with this guy and coming in, we were in the same situation. I got cut. He got cut. And to come back and say, from day one, I said, man, this kid has talent. We had Larry Johnson. We had Willie Parker. We had CP. No one talked about 46. No one talked about Keelan Williams. Those two made the team. Ryan started off on the practice squad. They just felt like he needed to work on some things. And when his number was called in the St. Louis game, and he showed out. And then the crazy thing is we went into the Philly game the next week, and it's the same situation. So,
signature run for the season.
Michael knows about it. I definitely let him know.
That's why he left Philadelphia.
And, hey, you know what? He said, I can't do this 2 times a year. Yeah. He got lucky the second time because, a little injury, set him back. The second time we played him on Monday night, but he rebounded from that, coming back with a 172-yard performance in the Tampa Bay game. So, I'm excited for this.
DY, you hyping me up, man.
Hey, man, I'm excited. You know how excited I get, man.
You need that, man. He's your fullback. That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, man.
He lead the way.
Don't be surprised if we have a 2 running back set this season sometime because we got guys who can play. We got competitors. We have talent back there. Not necessarily myself, but from the running back standpoint, we got Evan Royster on the practice squad who can be a starting back.
From where? Come on, from where?
He went to Penn State. That's where he learned how to play football.
My alma mater. That's where he went. That's right. That tells you something, though. We're talking about the all-time leading back up there, and he's on the practice squad. That tells you what's going on.
So that goes to show that guys are hungry up here. Yeah. They ain't you're not gonna be spoon-fed here. And I'm not saying he's like that. He's a great guy.
No, I understand.
He works hard,
but you got to earn your keep.
You got to it's just you come into a situation where people are gonna say who's Ryan Torain. Well, people know who Ryan Torain is now. I can tell you that. So people who's this 46 guy last year? They knew after the Eagles game. You seen his jersey in the stores. I ain't telling you, but I went and bought one.
Oh yeah, I got your support. Definitely.
I ain't gonna put it up on my wall and I'm gonna keep it in the drawer or something. But
I know you're keeping that Donovan football too.
I'm gonna keep that.
Yeah,
That's
you keeping that. I
Fame.
know that.
Definitely.
So I mean, obviously we broke down the Eagle game, but just get some of your thoughts. They're wounded football team right now, 1-4 for all intents and purposes. You beat them, game over for the Eagles. I know that's not the incentive that you're going in thinking. It's another football game. But come on, guys, it's got to be in the back of your mind that this could be the death blow for the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that people were expecting to challenge Green Bay for the NFC's crown.
Yeah, no, they were definitely, put up there at the beginning of the season, and, they've had some struggles with the defense. But, like we've been saying all week, this is still a very talented team.
Sure.
And, they got a lot of playmakers on the offensive side, and they got a lot of great DBs. So, we just got to go out there and take it play by play. And we got to go out there and physically win. But we got to stay focused, and we got to be positive, and we got to help our teammates out.
How many runs, and I'll ask you guys individually, how many runs does it take for you to get the W, in your opinion? Because I said 32 to 35.
I'm going to just say a full game.
Come on, man.
I would say a full game, from the beginning of that buzzer to the end. So we just got to keep working and, never take a play off. And just go ahead and get that win.
Were you comfortable today when Kyle gave you the game plan? I mean, did you see some wrinkles in there? He said Dante Stallworth, and I'm holding you to that. Darrel said everybody out there, remember, Dante Stallworth might be the guy this week. But, I mean, what the game plan is, because that's when you get it on Wednesdays, did you feel like there's some things in there that you should be successful with?
I'm excited. I'm excited about the game plan. I feel like the coaches, always week by week, do great things with it. They have great schemes, and can't really break off into that too much.
No, I won't, because they won't allow me to come back out there if that's the case.
But no, we definitely got some good things in store, and we're going to be out there to make a lot of plays.
You can't give me a number though on the runs.
You want to know how many runs it's going to take to beat the Philadelphia Eagles? To win.
Not 1 or 2 long touchdown runs. How many cumulative runs do you think?
Hey, we can run the ball all game, but you want a number? I'm gonna say 25.
Okay.
I'm gonna say between 3 running backs, I'm gonna go 40. I mean,
see, we want to do that. You got to spoon feed you, man. Because come on, Ryan, be for real, man. This is why I say he's silly, folks. He knows. Last year, them guys did not want to come up and tackle you.
He's the man. I wouldn't want to step in
I
front of that
know he doesn't want to say it. I respect that. You know it.
I
them
know.
Guys were like going in the ground.
Sometimes I catch myself watching the play like, did he just do this?
God. But you're talking to a former linebacker, so of course he's going to call it out. No, guys didn't want to come up and tackle. And when I'm watching Philadelphia last week against Buffalo, Fred Jackson, after a couple runs, guys didn't want to come up and tackle. Now, I understand. They understand what's going on here, what's at stake. Their whole season's riding on this. Forget that. Coaching jobs are riding on this. Player contracts are riding on this. Isn't it great, though, that it's flipped, though, and it's not you guys having to worry about this stuff?
Definitely. That's a good feeling where we don't have to have that stress on top of our head, on our shoulders, going into a game like this. And, these guys, we're going to get their best because they do have that pressure on them, and they are going to work hard. And, that's why we said we can't even, think twice that we're not going to get the best, and this is a very good team. Any team in the NFL is, just to play away from winning. So I'm so just seeing you guys from last year. It's amazing. Just the body language, just the answers. It's last year. I don't know. Maybe it was guys were just. I'm not saying happy to be in the NFL, but just happy to show that what you could do. People know what you can do now. You guys are sitting here calm, collective. Anthony was calm yesterday. Terrence was calm Monday. And I'm sitting there thinking something's wrong with this picture. These guys have the Eagles coming up. But all the answers have been the same. So has one of the coaches told you guys no bulletin board stuff this week?
No, they you know what? They just putting in our head. They reminded us this morning of last year.
That should be enough, right?
That's the first thing our running back coach said this morning. At 7:30 this morning, walked in there. He said, these guys embarrassed us. And he went on a tangent for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He got mad. He said, I've never been embarrassed like that. All the years I've been in Denver, all my years coaching in college at Ohio State. And, we looked at him, we're like, man, this is real. But, like I said earlier, anyone who was in that game, you have, if you have self-pride and you're a competitor, you're going to show up Sunday.
Was that the worst defeat of your careers?
Man, that was the most embarrassing thing ever that had ever happened to me in my life.
Well, I just looked at it as one of them games where they were going to win when they walked off the bus. It was just their night. It was one of those things. There's nothing you guys could do that could change. I mean, there were a couple fumbles that they picked up. It just wasn't going to happen that night.
Michael Vick played Madden on us that night. He played Madden. He ran around.
He
threw the
did
ball.
Look a little different out there.
I don't know if it was just because they were talking about him and McNabb all week, but something happened.
He probably had some revenge from last week, or not last week, but last game getting hurt. Our first game against
You knocked him out.
He definitely wanted to come out there and get us.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And you just think of the way everything started with LeRon talking to Deshaun, and it was a little, a little heated right there in the pregame. And
that's the best part.
Yeah, but just play football, man.
No, I
just
know.
go
At
out
the
and
end of
play
the day,
football.
it was nothing gonna happen. It's just something that, like I said, if you're a competitor, you're gonna be excited, and things happen.
Sometimes you gotta let it off your chest.
Like that. Yeah.
You gotta let it off your chest. You in between the white lines. You got no mic on you. You're gonna have to let them know how you feel.
Do you guys know what he said?
I don't even know. All I remember was just walking over there.
I can't say it.
I don't even know what
it was something about you going to sleep.
Going to sleep.
I mean, we remember he had just come off the concussion in the Atlanta game. So I guess it got under his skin. You know what was funny, though, is Philip Daniels told me that, I think in one of your meetings, that they had said that they were going to go deep on the first play.
Yeah, McNabb called it out.
That's what he said. Donovan said that they were going to go deep on the first play.
I'm pretty sure I heard that.
And they went deep on the first play. So that's what I'm saying. It's just one of those games. There was nothing you guys could do to change that, man. They were going to, I hate to say it, I mean, you're going to have a game like that this year, too, where everything is clicking.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if it was this Sunday, though?
Man, yeah, we need everything to click for us, and, we know there's going to be some big plays out there to be made. And, we just got to be ready to, take it on and stop the Eagles from making big plays, and we need to go ahead and flip the switch and go and make them ourselves.
All right, well, look, let's take a break. And when we come back, final segment, we'll have some fun. We're having fun now, but it won't be so serious. I know you guys hear this all the time. You won't have a microphone for me tomorrow on your face asking the same questions. I got them all out tonight, but we'll come back. We'll get some fun stuff, find out things about you. So I'm going to put you on the spot, Ryan.
All right,
I need to know something about Darrel. People here want to know something about him that he doesn't know that you know about him. So I'll give you some time to think about it.
That's going to be embarrassing, man. I don't even want to know.
He's like he doesn't know. So maybe you could tell people something about Ryan that he doesn't know you know about him. You guys are roommates. You guys sat here and talked about how great each other is. Come on, man.
I mean, he in one part of the house, I'm in the other. So,
Oh, man.
Come on.
I'm going to have to think of something.
Come on, man. Yeah, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, folks, more right here, Oral Pomodoro, Darrell Young Show with himself, teammate Ryan Torain. They came all the way up from Loudoun County. I mean, that's a hike. I definitely appreciate it. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back. Oh, yeah.
Are you stressed over credit cards and other debts? Maybe through no fault of your own? Imagine how it would feel to have that weight lifted right off your shoulders. Well, here's some good news from America's trusted name in debt relief. Care One providers have already helped over 4.5 million people in debt, and we can help you today. Just call this toll-free number to speak with a friendly representative, and in just minutes, you'll get your free debt relief analysis.
Just call the toll-free number today.
Long, lean, tight, beautiful. Imagine having a sexy, slender, awesome body, but without ever having to do another boring, tedious workout again. Introducing Flirty Girl Fitness, the hot new body makeover system that takes the world's sexiest dance moves from music videos, club dancing, even exotic dancing, and turns them into fast, fun, fat-burning routines that anyone can do. With guaranteed results that are so phenomenal, you'll lose up to 2 pant sizes and an amazing 3 inches around your waist in just the first 10 days.
I lost 25 inches, 2 feet, all around my body. I've lost 30 pounds and 44 inches. I've never had this much success with any other thing that I've tried.
The secret is the flirtatiously fun dance progressions designed to flatten your abs, thin your hips and thighs, plus lift and firm your booty. All while you're just having fun moving and dancing to the music.
It is just a blast. You're having a great time. You don't even know you're working out. It is just so much fun.
And now, for only $19.99, you can have the hot new Flirty Girl Fitness DVD, Booty Beat, featuring super sexy fat-burning routines from your favorite music videos.
You're doing this dance and you're feeling so sexy while you're doing it, and your body just changes.
But it gets even better. Call now and you can have this amazing DVD for only $9.99. Plus, we'll also include a free bonus DVD, the flirtatiously fun chair dance. Altogether, this is a $40 value, yours right now for only $9.99. Plus, ask your operator how you can try the Flirty Girl Fitness Pole in your own home for only $1.
It's fun and you get results. What is better than that?
So don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-691-5304. That's 1-800-691-5304. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Jacobs of Jacobs Chiropractic, located in South Arlington, Virginia. We are a primarily sports chiropractic office, but we take care of all sorts of ailments and disorders that people have, injuries. I've been a chiropractor for 16 years. I was an athletic trainer for 14 years prior to that, so I have a vast knowledge and experience level dealing with sports injuries and other types of injuries.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set, because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The deep cleansing wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95 and your shipping is free. Plus, get the deep cleansing wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
All right, folks, welcome back. The Darrel Young Show right here from Oro Pomodoro, and show brought to you by Blue Horse Energy Drink. That's right, folks. Right there. Good stuff. Real nice venue. Very happy about tonight's show. Ryan Torain came out as a guest on Darrel's inaugural show, and
definitely appreciate you.
We were giving some food.
Yeah, no.
Just now.
It's good to be out here, man. It's good to be out here.
So we can critique what's been put in front of us. No, you look like you did a little bit more than critiquing.
Oh, that's
you put a dent in that, didn't you?
That's smashed that. That's just the beginning.
I didn't even know you ate one piece that fast.
Oh, yeah, I scarfed it.
All right, so I'm Jarman is like looking at me next to me like, can you hurry up and take a bite so I can get on something? All right, so I think I need like a fork with this. Oh, you just rolled it up?
Yeah, man. I just.
All right, we're gonna get messy.
We're
gonna get messy on the screen, folks. Excuse me, real quick.
We got napkins. You be all right.
That's real good.
I'm gonna try a piece of that thing there.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
I'm enjoying myself. I don't know about y'all.
These are different days from ESPN Radio. Well, I couldn't even have a cup of water in my hand. Sorry, I had to say that. I'm sorry. So, look, John, I want to trade, though. I want to trade. Yeah, this is good. All right, so let's we kind of getting sidetracked here. So what do you think?
The pizza is great. Definitely, if you ain't been here to eat it, or Pomodoro,
came back in with some Biggie and some
New York.
This isn't
another great rapper.
This isn't pizza to me. This isn't pizza.
What you think?
What is it to you?
Good.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
That's the only way to explain it.
It's finger licking good.
Nah, this is good. Yeah, I need one of Jarman's. Yeah, this is crazy. So, all right. Did you guys get a chance to think of your answers?
I did. I definitely did. I kind of had it before we went to break, but I wanted to head and let DY have a couple more chances to think.
Okay. All right. So let it fire away. Well, what do you know, Ryan Torain, about your teammate Darrel Young that he doesn't know that you know about him?
You switched the question up a little bit.
He switched it up. He definitely switched it a little bit. 'Cause I'm like,
he does know this about him now. All right.
Yeah, he knows I know, but the people out there may not know. DY's father is a great cook, loves the barbecue. And then DY definitely got them genes. So, DY loves to cook, ribs, chicken, burgers. He likes to get on the grill.
That's what I'm talking about.
We definitely be eating real good, man. So, when we definitely put a lot of stuff on the grill, we like to have some people come out and hang out, have a nice little gathering at the house.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's clean. That's fair. He didn't dog you or anything like that.
No. Ryan Torain, man. A lot of people don't know. He's a real laid back guy. I did an interview today about him. Guys asked me. A guy in the media asked me, what type of guy is he? And I said, he's a very laid back guy. You're gonna get the answer to the question that you asked. You ain't gonna get nothing extra, but he's gonna tell you the truth. But you look at Ryan. He's a guy that he loves to work with remedial kids, and a lot of people, I wouldn't say take that for granted, but you wouldn't expect that from an NFL player. Maybe they just do it for the fame or the glory. He's actually passionate about working with kids like that. Like I said, we went to the NFLPA office yesterday, and the first thing he said was, I have my degree in education and sociology. I want to work with kids who are less fortunate. And I said, you know what? I didn't know that about you, man. But now I know that, and I respect that.
That's decent. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be about. I mean, you have to give back. I mean, some people say that's like cliche and all that stuff, but you really do. You have to. You guys are in a situation where, okay, let's be upfront. Let's make sure we do clear this up. NFL guys don't get paid like NBA guys. Don't get paid like Major League Baseball.
Money guaranteed.
Their money is guaranteed. But I think the NBA has something that Major League Baseball and the NBA don't have, and that's just the overall fan base of the country. I mean, the NFL is the biggest thing in the country, bar none. So to see you guys give back, I mean, that's important. That means a lot. So congratulations on that.
Thank
you. One of the things that I do want Ryan to do, though, is that everybody sees Ryan and they're like, man, this guy runs so angry. He's serious right now. Come on, Ryan. You got to show him the silly side, man.
What'd you say?
You got to show him the silly side.
The silly side. Oh, man. That's just me. I like to watch little funny movies, and I'm a character when it comes down to it.
Yep.
I definitely like to quote songs all the time for how I feel.
Okay, so give me a quote for Give me a quote for the Eagles game coming up.
Oh man. I'm sure it's known out there. I definitely go out to the clubs.
Man, I got one, man.
Yeah.
4-6 back. 4-6 back. Definitely got one.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Forget Tupac. 4-6 back.
That's your quote.
That's it.
Come on, man.
Oh, that's a quote though.
Okay. Okay. All right. So a lot of people don't know Mr. Ryan Torain, Arizona State, and I heard you and Brandon were working back out there in the off season, during the lockout. You guys went out there and
did a little off-season work. Yeah.
That's a different workout. You and Brandon, I mean,
hey.
power, speed. You know, that's two totally different gamuts right there.
Yeah, you know, I was definitely out there working out with Triple Threat. Brandon came out to visit me for a couple of days. You know, got a good workout in. Got to see the AZ lifestyle with the no rain, no snow. You know, got to see the ASU campus. I showed him around the facilities a little bit. But, you know, it was a good time out there. You know, having him come and see where I like to hang out with my stomping grounds.
This man, look, he got pizza sauce all on the mic. We have about 50 pad covers for that. Don't worry about it.
I apologize.
That's all right. As long as you don't get electrocuted from spaghetti sauce, that's all that matters. So, I mean, we were really eating during the show. That's unbelievable.
Multitasking.
Yeah. I just need a couple seconds. This is really good, folks. This is what you get on Sports Journey Broadcast Network. You get some off-the-cuff stuff from your Redskins, from us.
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What inspires you to work with the players so much? I mean, I know, like, you know, you love football, you love sports, but what's something that's different that no one would think that inspires you to be around us?
Man, that is the first player that, especially NFL player, that's asked me that. And I appreciate you asking me that. And no, I did not ask him to do that. I appreciate that, Darrel. When I was on ESPN radio, I tell the story. I had a syndicated radio show, and life was good. But one of the problems that I had was that I kind of felt like the station at times wanted me to get you guys on, because we're friends and stuff like that. They wanted me to get you guys on and look for the negatives. And that's just not who I am as a person anyway. You know, I don't want people always finding negatives on me, so why would I do that to someone else? And I also thought it was for the fans. I mean, I'm really big about my fan base, and we have people in our chat box right now from across the country that write us, and we personally write them back. You guys as players have logged in our chat box during our shows. That's just important for me. So the answer is, I just think that you guys need to be portrayed the way I know you, the way that, you know, you guys aren't out in the streets causing trouble. I think the fans here now feel like you can come up, you can talk to them, you can touch them. I mean, we're not going to bite you back or anything like that. There's a lot of stations in town, and I'm probably going to take some heat for saying this, but it's about the talent on the station. I've been there, done all that. I don't need that anymore. So right. That's your answer.
I agree.
A real answer right there.
Well, I mean, you know, listen, people didn't come here to see me tonight. They came here to see you guys, and I know that.
Well, you know what? We appreciate you taking time out of your day. You know, I'm glad we could do this in Maryland to be, you know, closer to your home, because, you know, you bring your wife and your daughter out, and that's a drive for you guys.
Man,
I remember, being in Leesburg, and your wife said it took us about 2 hours, you know, and I'm just like,
let me put this in perspective. We are 39 miles south of New Jersey. That'll put that in perspective for you. Yes.
It's a push.
Yes. No. 25 to Christiana, and from Christiana to New Jersey, over the bridge. As soon as you go over, you're in. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to your wife as well.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear that? You got to thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, because I want to tell this story. I want people to see how we roll with this. You know, these guys are friends. They've come out before on several shows. Monica called Darrel. That was her. I got to give her credit for that, because I got in the car and she said, he has no idea what's going on. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? She said, here's Darrel. I'm like, what? He's got a show. Okay, so I have to give her credit with that. You know, she did a great job. You guys know my wife, and I bring her out with me all the time, man. Listen. My daughter right there, she's going to be the next owner of this business. So, yeah, you know, I say this all the time. It is important. It really is. And not to go down that road, but it's important from a standpoint of being a responsible, you know, black man, you know, business. And I want people to see that we do good things. We do the right things. And it starts with you guys. So the fact that your roommate came, I'm surprised you guys drove separate. That's what shocked me.
Well, you know, I didn't want to, you know. I know he would do it if I asked him to, but I said, you know what, listen, I'm going to get comfortable for an hour. You come out for the second hour. We'll go from there. You know, I appreciate you. And he said, D.Y., I would do it any day, man. I said, all right.
So you're going to come back out, Ryan?
Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay.
You know, D.Y. always looks out for me. I'm looking out for him. And, you know, I enjoy this. I'm getting better at it.
Yeah, you told me last year, you know, when you came out with Brandon a couple times, and you were like, you know, I have fun with this, and I really appreciated that because, you know, I don't want you guys to ever think you're going to come out and be put on the spot. You know, I mean, I ask you a little funny question here or there, you know,
No.
but it's never stuff that I think you're going to go back to. And the one time that almost happened was last year with Anthony Armstrong. I asked him, I said, listen, this whole thing with Donovan, I said, would you like Donovan to be back next year? And Anthony stayed through the lockout. He did a show with me every week throughout the lockout. And he said, I do want Donovan back. He said, I want number 5 back. He said, but you know what? I want Rex back too. Mm-hmm. And he said, I think everybody wants continuity. Well, I'll say this. The Washington Post ran the story the next day that number 13 wants number 5 back, and the picture had him with his arm around Rex Grossman. So, I mean, I know the guys there. They're good guys. What's up? But that to me is that cynical media. Yeah. And I you know, we don't want that. But I actually told Anthony, and he doesn't mind me saying this, I told him, you need to walk in Mike Shanahan's office tomorrow and tell him there's nothing behind that. And he did, and he said, Mike Shanahan said, don't worry about it. You got a good show.
Yeah.
So that's what this is about. So you guys can come out, have some fun, eat some great food. So I need from a 1 to 10, with the food you had, what would you give it?
Man, that was a 10, man. I enjoyed it. I'm still going to enjoy it when we're done with the show. And if we can get another one over here to go, it'd be all right, too.
So you have a 10. What do you think, Darrel?
I'm going to go 10, man. That pizza is good. I mean,
all right.
See, I done scoffed 3 pieces. It's
right.
all on, you know, the mic and everything. So I'm happy about it.
Well, look. Well, one thing is we'll start doing this next week is that we'll break down the other teams. You know, your counterparts around the league. We do this on the other shows. We'll break it down. We won't do it tonight just because we got to break down this food in front of us. So we won't do that. But to the people that came out tonight, we definitely appreciate you coming out. We'll be out here every Wednesday from 7 to 9. I definitely appreciate all the support. Look at these young guys because these are the new faces of the Washington Redskins. These guys are winning. Hopefully they get a big win come Sunday. Diane Cheesebro, our editor, photographer on the field, starting next week. She's excited about this too, folks. Got to help out. Starting next week on all of our shows, we'll have game day photos and individual photos of you that she's taking from the field during the games. And we'll have those out here for our fans to you're going to have to buy them. I mean, that's just, sorry, that's league policy, but they won't be crazy. It'll be a couple dollars. You can buy them, but you'll get something that you won't get anywhere else, period, except for this lovely lady right here. Also, Mr. Jarmigan came out, did a great job helping us get everything set up here. My wife was up, babe. All right, so we got to get out of here. Everyone have a great night. You should sign off because this is your show.
Well, thank you, for the start of a new beginning. Thank you for everyone for coming out. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And I appreciate Ryan Torain, special guest tonight.
Thanks for having me, D.Y.
Thank
Good
you.
job, bro.
Thanks for having me out, Monica.
All right.
Thanks for calling me. And see y'all next week.
All right, folks. Be safe out there.